This find right here single-handedly goes down as the most insane find both the Master Mechanic and I have ever found. And not just because of what it is, but how we found it too. So a month ago now, we were on our way up to Hot August Nights in Big Red. And Big Red gets a ton of attention. I don't know what it is, but that car gets so much attention from thumbs up. You stop somewhere at a gas station, people talk to you about the car. So that's what we did. We stopped somewhere at a gas station to fill up because this thing doesn't get 50 miles to the gallon. So, you know, you got to stop somewhat often. So we pulled up to this gas station. We were parked right there where I'm showing you right now. This guy pulls up next to us, older man. He was like, "Oh, do you have a 289 in there?" And we're like, 289? This is a Chevy. You mean 283? He's like, "No, isn't that a Ford Fairlane or something?" And we're like, "No, it's a 62, you know, Chevy." He's like, "Oh, I had a, what do you say, a 64 Fairlane or something?"
Yeah, something like that.
Back
before NAM.
Bought it brand new or something. I can't remember. I don't know. We get to talking and then he's like, "Yeah, I have a 57 Chevy I'm looking to sell." And we're like, "Really?" So now we are very intrigued. I think this is top 3 on my list for like cars I'm very interested to go and look at. I'm very curious what condition and shape this car is in. What do you think?
So now all week long we've been thinking about this car and looking at it. So now we don't know if it's gonna be a 4-door, if it's gonna be a convertible. We're like, what's it gonna be? What kind of shape is it gonna be? Is it gonna be like just a shell?
Yeah, let's go drive over and let's find out together. Okay, we just pulled up. First we're gonna go look at it, then we'll see about walking around on it on the video. Okay, so we just looked at the car and we agreed on the price. We are now officially owners of a 1957 Chevy 210. Not a Bel Air, a 210. I think it's the first 4-door that we've ever bought. But when you get a look at this 4-door, you will see why. So here it is, posted up in this garage. Now at first you're like, oh, okay, you know, front end's off of it. Not too exciting. It has one IROC wheel on it. But you'll see shortly here it has all 4 original wheels. They were doing some sort of paint work on the firewall, probably trying to go black with it. The original VIN tag or paint code tag, whatever, is right here. It's taped up right now. So here is the original, one of the original wheels. Other than the IROC one right there, the other 3 are on all other sides, and then the other one, the other original wheels right here off of the car right now. And from what we understand, this is the original paint for this 57 Chevy. And it definitely, it even looks like it. Like, you look at it, you touch it, you smell it. It definitely looks like the original paint. So the man that we just got this from said he got it in 06. So he's owned it since 06. Came out of California. If you open this door and look down here, you can see the original plates for this here 57. Really nice plates, unrestored plates, which will be very fitting when we take this thing to California. But if you take a look in here, it has the original factory seats, front and rear. Check this out. Let me open the back here. Original factory seats, front and rear. It looks like they've been recovered because they are pretty nice shape. The headliner looks to be in really good shape. Obviously, it looks like it's been redone as well because that headliner's in good shape. Definitely not factory, but it looks really nice. All the door hinges work really well. I think this is the only one that needs some lube to it, but the rest of them open and close very nice. Take a look in here. Got your fuzzy dice hanging from the rear view mirror. Look at that dash. Very clean, straight. Got your clock. Factory radio. Got your nice insert Chevrolet on the dash. Got your factory steering wheel. That is in actually really nice condition. Just dusty, obviously. And then here is the dash, factory dash. Temperature, speedo, fuel gauge. This interior was definitely redone at one point. The outside looks original. See, the VIN tag isn't painted over, but the interior definitely looks like it was redone. The dash is painted black, which is no biggie. It looks really good. Obviously dirty from sitting, but that can easily be cleaned off. That is no biggie being dirty. See, this door closes very nice and easy. Very nice. Here's the hood right here. So this car's fully complete. All the body parts, both the fenders, both the bumpers. Here's the front bumper right here.
Here's the rear.
The rear bumper's right there, leaning up against the wall. They're both in really nice shape.
Yeah.
They're definitely both OG bumpers.
Oh, here's the other part of the front right here.
Other part where?
Right here. The part that goes into with the where the parking light's in it. It goes. This is the lower part of the front bumper. And here's the upper part of the front bumper.
Yeah, that goes in between the grill, right?
Yeah, the one that goes up. Yeah, because you know the 57 front bumper's like huge. See little gas fillers on the 57? Yeah.
Right behind there. The only trim that is a little dinged up is on the passenger side, like right here. There's a few dings, but all the other trim is just immaculate. The hood, very nice condition as well, very straight. We haven't seen the fenders yet. He said there was some rust repair done on the fenders. They're sitting over covered up, so we can't see that right now. And that's the only thing we haven't seen, but based off the rest of the car, we know the fenders are going to be in good shape. You see, this is just amazing as well. It's crazy how straight all this chrome is. It's very similar to the 55. And yes, it is a 4-door, but dude, you can't knock how clean this car is.
You wait till we get this thing on the road. This could be trick. We're gonna get it running just like the 62. We gotta come back up. He wants a little time just to get everything unburied. We got the fenders over there and stuff. He's got stuff buried everywhere. It's probably gonna be a couple weeks. Probably about 2 weeks. We'll come back up.
Did you think you'd ever buy a 4-door?
We talked about this before coming here, and we're like, man, if it's a 4-door, we're gonna turn around and walk away. As complete and clean that this 4-door is, it kind of got me excited. I'm like, I'm interested in it. Yeah, I think it's kind of cool. And anymore, you can't find any 2-doors, so the 4-doors are pretty valuable. We're gonna come back in a couple weeks, dig all this stuff out, which is gonna be a job in itself, because the steering is all out, so the tires are gonna go their own ways. We gotta bring some rollers. These are all rotted to death and flat, so you just hold on. You just wait. You just buckle down. It's gonna be cool.
Now this trip up to go and pick up this 57 is unlike any other trip that we normally do to go and get a car, because normally we just beeline it straight to go and pick up the car that we need to pick up. But this time we had the chance to do a few other things at the same time, you know, kind of kill 3 birds with 1 stone in the same trip. The first thing that we did, we drove straight through LA to drop off a 1956 Cameo truck. And yes, it's a legit Cameo. We've had like 20 people ask us if it's a legit Cameo. Yes, it's a legit Cameo. Please stop asking us. We were helping a good friend of ours sell the truck. Her and her husband owned the truck since '85. Her husband passed away years ago, and she's not gonna be able to build it, but you know, it was hard for her to sell, and we delivered it to the new owner of the truck. It took a while to get the truck to the point of being able to sell it. There was some work that still needed to be done that we helped with. It was cool to be able to deliver it to the new owner after doing all the work to it, so that worked out really good. And then afterward, we took this freeway that we've never taken before through Fillmore, through all this farmland. It was actually pretty cool. It kind of reminded me of...
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Then we went past Magic Mountain in Santa Clarita, and then we cut up to Lancaster. And as we dropped down in Lancaster, it's a decent view of the desert, if you think that's a good view. And we were able to sell the 12-bolt out of my 68 C10 that we did a video on right here. So both of those things went really smooth after that. Then we just headed up towards the 57. Now we are here in the middle of nowhere. We stopped and stayed in Bishop for the night at a undisclosed parking lot. Thank you, Bishop, for being of service to us. We're ready to pick up this 57. We're both been very excited for this. This is crazy. Half you guys are like, it's a 4-door.
So we're gonna put these ones on here to get it so we can roll it. We got these are a loaner from good old Josh. All the tires on here are flat, so we gotta get something on it so we can get it loaded up. Man, that old tire seen better. Oh, hello there.
That was a really big bug.
This tire's seen better days for sure. You think?
You could have anything in the world right now. What would it be?
More time for thinking.
Going back. A little more. Hold up. Trying to pump. Battery to go out here in a minute.
Tractor doesn't want a tractor now. Oh, now it wants to run down there. No way. Well, he just rolled it off the driveway right here, down there. Wouldn't start on the driveway and it starts down there. Well, let's do that all over again.
Well, if it stays running, oh, it's staying running. Try round 2. Come back up. Bring it up in here.
All right, we're a little off center right now, but I think we're gonna make it happen to straighten it out and get it in there. So there's no steering on here, obviously, so I'm gonna make sure these tires stay where they are.
Man, as far tight as you can go.
Pretty much got to stand here and hold it. All right, we got this sucker loaded up. But when I tell you it wasn't very exciting getting this thing loaded up, it wasn't. That's why we didn't even record it. I had to move the tires because the steering was all out of whack, and then it got to the point we had to jack the front end to move it because the steering kept going like this on both sides, and then we had to jack the rear over. It was a process. Took us about an hour to get it loaded from where it was crooked, where you last saw it, to here in the trailer. And this car was definitely sitting for a long time in that spot. You can see on the carpet there is tire tracks very engraved in that carpet. So engraved that even the power cord underneath the tire made a mark on the carpet. You can just see really quick, we put the bumpers right here in the back. You can see in the front here, we got all the other miscellaneous parts here. There's parts in here, there's parts in there, and we kind of just set the front end on it until we get it home. This is what we got right now. We got the bed loaded down of the inner fenders. We got the IROC wheels, and then we have the original wheels right there. So let's get this 57 Chevy home, and we'll do a better walk around on it.
So I'm going through the parts. Front end, the guy had it off for who knows how long, and stuff was scattered everywhere. He gave me a whole bunch of bins with different things in it, so I'm trying to just check everything, make sure we have all the stuff we need. I want to get this stuff cleaned up. I know it's a 4-door. But this car is clean. This car is original. And at the end of the day, if we happen to find a 2-door shell, we have everything pretty much we would need as a parts car to build a 2-door. So either way, not a bad deal, not a bad day. This thing's kind of trick because it's got these vents. 57, they don't have any cowling vents. So what they do in the different models, depending on the 150 and stuff, and the business coupe, and the Bel Airs, and the this and the that, is they have these little ram air deals. It's kind of funny that it goes behind the headlight. Here's your headlight bezel. So you got your headlight. You got this grill up here. It's a little grill. Up here. Dude, the tired I get, the worse it is too. In the headlight bezel, it's got this little screen, little grill up here. So this goes on top like so, right? So you have your little inlet for your vent, and you got this ginormous tube. And this is in case you get moisture in there. You could dump the water out of it. You don't get it in the car. So this goes in behind your fender and your inner fender, like so. Your inner fender's up here about like so, right? You with me? And then you have this part that goes on this side of the inner fender, which bolts to the firewall. You have your little cable here to open and close your fresh air for your vents. And there's one on either side, on both sides of the car, has the same deal. That one's a little different because of the heater box, the blower. But that's kind of cool in this fine jewel.
You're a poet and you didn't know it.
This fine jewel, and if I did, I wouldn't show it. So this fine jewel is a 210. I guess it's a 210 Deluxe. Dude, I don't know all the trim packages. That's what I was told. I better ask my gimpy cousin. We already saw this inner fender here, got a little tweaked. It's kind of crazy, I guess. In other words, it's kind of cheesy how these cars are put together. They're kind of cheesy, but they're really trick. They're really cool. The guy that had this thing already started on upgrading it. So this was a 6-cylinder car, so he pulled the engine out of it. He upgraded the disc brakes. These look like original spindles. They're not a drop spindle, but the bushings and stuff in here, the ball joints and the bushings looks like the control arms have been restored. You know, you can see the hardware here, and it looks like it's got new ball joints in it. But we're gonna have to change the gearbox because we're gonna add power steering. It was a 3 on the tree car, and we're gonna make it an automatic. We got a turbo 400 we're gonna put in here, a conventional small block. So that's enough of the little teaser of what we're gonna do to it. I wanna show the car. The car is really trick. You can see this thing is like original as original gets. So it's got the front mounts here. Like I said, it was a 6-cylinder car. The front engine mounts, these are a little different because of the 6-cylinder, but it's got the front mounts, and then it's got the side mounts. Original deal. It's all original. Fuel lines. It's got the wiper motor just dangling over here because the guy that had it was stripping the firewall. I guess he was going to paint it. And like I pointed out on this master cylinder, I mean, it's just like, I don't think it's ever been changed. It's like original 1957. The harness, I mean, this thing's just complete. I mean, I'm not a big 4-door fan. I mean, I agree. But man, after looking at this car, the more we looked at it, the more I'm like, yeah, this is pretty cool. I mean, just the window trim, it's like brand new. The windshield, it's got some, I mean, it's dirty, but if you clean it, it's got some like separating down here. It looks like original window. It looks really old. I got the front bumpers down here, the bullets, whatever you want to call it. The front bumper, I have them over there. The front bumper is a little beat up. It's decent, you know, for a driver. This little top piece here has it's broken right here. But I'm thinking if I put it in and get it all bolted up, I can kind of fake it. I'm planning on running this. The bumper brackets are over there. I pretty much have, I should have everything. Everything's supposed to be here. That's why I'm laying it out and make sure here's the other inner fender. So we changed the wheels to move it. We put these guys on here because we had a couple flat tires. So we have the original wheels. We have the 4 original center caps that are in pretty good shape. They're all, I mean, a great driver. I mean, that's what this car is going to be. But we're going to drive this thing. Okay. Look at this thing. What do you think? So this is original steering wheel. It looks like an original steering wheel. It looks like it's been restored. Super nice. I'm kind of bummed out. I got to change the column because this is a 3 on the tree. This is like #1 anti-theft right here, man. I'm telling you what.
How long has it been since you drove a 3 on the tree?
It's been a while. It's a little weird. It's not crazy difficult though, but it's a little different. You got to think a little bit. I think this interior has been redone at some point. I mean, it's a good shape. I'm not sure on the color. I think the 210s, the dash was black, and then the Bel Airs, the dash is the same color as the car, I think. Like I said, I gotta ask my crashy cousin. Maybe he'll give me a comment. But the score, I think, is this. Check this out. I think we showed these before. That is trick with a 57 sticker on it, no less. California plates. So the 56 with the 57 sticker. I think we showed this too, but we got the little. We would get new with that anyways when we registered it. But I think it's really cool. Check this out. Check these floor mats. These floor mats. We got some numbers matching. Oh, it's got a little logo in there. Look how cool that is.
Are those actually factory floor mats?
I don't know. They look like it. They're pretty cool though. I don't think in 57 they had a mat like that. We got some of the steering components. We got stuff everywhere. We're throwing stuff everywhere when we're loading it up. Let's go to the back door. Let's check out the back. Come on. We got more doors to check out. Check it out. Wow. Got the back doors. And like I said, this would be a great parts car. So there's only a couple things you'd have to do if you had a 2-door. One of them is this seat. You don't need to have it fold to get into the back because we have doors. So this seat you couldn't use in a 2-door. But you could use a rear seat. Well, you could use this seat, but you'd have some kids monkeying around getting in the back seat. We even got extra floor mats, but see, even the rear ones got the little logo on there. I think those are a trick. That's pretty cool. Somebody added seat belts to it. We got some, looks like newer seal plates. The front doors, the rear doors are in here. The front doors are out. And you can see on this door jamb, this paint looks original. You can see the rust and everything. I mean, I think this is original color. I don't think it's ever been painted. I think this is the real deal. Numbers matching.
Real deal, Holyfield.
Yeah, I don't know how you want to word it. For a 4-door, I don't think I've ever liked a 4-door so much. So before we go back to the trunk, little blemishes in the body. The doors got a little owie in the front and rear door, both the doors.
It's a 4-door, right?
Because it's a 4-door. Well, like I said, I'm not worried about the doors. Still great driver, but we got a couple of owies here. And then the quarter chrome here, it's got a little owie. Looks like it got hit back here, some little dent on the bottom. All in all, I mean, the roofs didn't even look like people went to the movie theater to drive in and sat on the roof. I mean, it's pretty straight. So we got the fine rear. Look at the rear of the car. So one of the big problems with the car here is it's pretty rusty right here on the bottom. But I'm not going to worry about it because it's a 4-door. So in my opinion, it's a driver or a parts car. So it did come with the spare tire, little wheel well here, because this one is rusty. I wasn't going to worry about it, but being that it came with it, I'm going to put the new one in it. So this is a new spare tire, little wheel well here. So they painted it. I'm pretty sure this is brand new though. It looks brand new. The floor of the car looks pretty good. This is the worst of the worst. But the rear bumper, here's the rear bumper here. It looks like this thing's been I don't know if it's a re-chrome or what. It's got some mumbo jumbo on the back of it here. But the rear bumper's in really good shape. Look at that bad boy. Man, it's a good, yeah. I think that'll clean up nicely. Got the monstrous 6-cylinder single exhaust.
What is that, like 1.5 inches?
Well, it was before it got flattened on something. Now it's probably a half. You can see the 210s have the chrome on top here.
And on 210s, it only comes to here.
Yeah, the Bel Airs go all the way up there somewhere, up yonder. Trunk's in great shape. The emblem's in great shape. The license plate bracket is over in the pile of parts. I have the original key. And then we have our junk in the trunk. This thing was like full of junk in the trunk. A lot of it we took out to go through it. We have five original wheels, so we have a full spare, which is also flat. We have a couple extra steering wheel parts. This thing here, somebody was really mad at this thing because it doesn't even come close to lining back up. We got our license plate light. We got some steering wheel parts. We even got our, I forgot what year my car is, 1957. People get a little bit weird when they have these and you ask them if it's 1955 too. They're like, what? It's a 1957.
Don't you see my license plate?
Can't you see the license plate?
It says it right there.
Don't know if that's a 6-cylinder or a small block, but nevertheless, we're probably not going to use it. Heater core, we are going to put the heater in it, but we'll get a new core. We got a numbers matching Dan Chuck 55, 57 radiator hose, lower. The wipers are on the car, blades and everything, so it's got some extra stuff like I talked about. And then this is sheet metal for the front. And I want the front end to be cherry. So when you pop the hood, it's like, wow, I didn't, like cherry. So I'm gonna strip this down and probably get all the front end stuff powder coated, but this is to the front end. Got our fire extinguisher here. We got our bumper jack, and I think I'd have to hit you with this if you use this bumper jack on a 57 bumper. So that's what's left in the trunk. I gotta thank the guy that we got this from, Tom. Good old Tom, I got to thank him for cussing at me in the parking lot, asking me if I had a 289 in my Chevy. He asked me if it was a Fairlane or whatever it was. I appreciate that he came up and was talking to us about cars. That's how we found out about this. So that was really cool. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, sir. And he actually started watching the videos. So he'll watch this one. So that's really cool. Almost forgot to show you the fenders. We got the fenders too, and the chrome. We got all this stuff. So I guess these fenders had some metal work. I think down here in the corners or something. He took them to somebody and had him do some metal work to it, so that's why they're in primer.
Have all the parts, just needs to be put together.
Yeah, I got all the parts. I bought the cheap part. I just need to install it.
Bought the $50 sheet metal, just need to do $5,000 worth of work to put it on.
But this is our 57 Chevy. I'm super excited over this car. Back in the day, my dad had a 4-door, I think it's a 65, and 65. It wasn't even an Impala. I think it was a Bel Air. But he had a 4-door. We drove that thing everywhere. Got into a race with an IROC. I actually beat it. Good stuff.
So the only other body part that we haven't shown you is the hood, which is sitting over on our parts display over here. Kind of an expensive parts display unit though. I don't think I'd recommend it for you folks back home. You like, share, subscribe, comment,